Hello everybody, this is Seth here from SSW. When you have a product, it's important that the product keeps up a strong internet presence, right? You want people to be knowing about the product when you're updating it, when you're going to events. Whenever you do these kinds of things, you want to be keeping up a presence on the internet, and a big part of that is your social media platforms. So it's important that you keep your social media platforms up to date, that you make good quality posts, that you do it frequently, so that you're keeping your audience in tune with what's going on. Now, this can be a challenge to do well, because if you're managing many products or you just have a lot going on, then there's a lot of posts that you need to keep up with, right? You need to be doing it frequently. So I'm going to show you a way to make that quicker. On my screen here, you can see the X page for an SSW product, Tina. Now, if somebody wants to make a social media post for Tina, then they need to come to this page. In the bottom left, they need to click the post button, and then they need to write a post, add some images, and then they can make the post. Now, then they need to repeat that for every single platform. So doing this could take, upwards of 30 minutes to, maybe if you have struggles with it or you're trying to perfect it, up to an hour maybe for making a post across many, many different platforms. Right? So what I've done today is I've come up with a way to do that quicker, which I'm going to show you. Now, Tina CMS on its website has a blog, and the blog is where we post new updates, right? So on the blog here, we can see the latest one is optimizing Tina CMS with Next.js and Vercel data cache, right? So let's say we wanted to make a post about that. Well, the manual way to do it would be to go to the Tina page, click new post here in the bottom left, and then make the post, so on, and then go to the next platform, do the same thing and repeat it. Or if you want to be faster, you can use a scheduler, which is great. I've got the scheduler here called Okoya, and it allows you to put posts and schedule when they go out onto all of the different platforms, right? So that already makes it faster. But now I'm going to show you a way to make it even faster. Using this tool called n8n, what I've done is I've created a workflow that will read the latest blog post from here on the Tina website, and then it will create a post using AI, and then it will schedule the post in the scheduler. Now, this workflow can trigger on a time basis, like monthly, which is what I have this one set up to do. But for now, I'm going to click at the bottom of the screen here, this test workflow button. I'm going to click that just to run it manually so that I can show you guys what's going on. So what it's doing, when it gets the trigger, it's reading the markdown files in GitHub for all the blog posts. It's getting the URLs from them. And then when we move to the next line, it's reading the front matter, it's pulling out the date, and then it's sorting them by the most recent one. So it's picking the most recent one. Now we go to the next line. This is where it reads the post, it writes a social media post about it, and then it sends it to the scheduler. All right, so that's basically what's going on in all of these boxes, and all of these are called nodes in n8n, and there are many different kinds. If you click on the right side, that plus, you get all these different kinds of nodes that you can add. And so that's essentially how it works. Now, if I go back to Okoya now, I'm going to see that I have this new post created. So we went from having to manually write a social media post and put it on all the platforms to an AI reading the Tina blog post and then putting it straight into our scheduler, right? Now, that all can happen in the background because this can get triggered every time you get a new post, or you can have it trigger on a time basis if you want it to, say, make a post once a week. All the human needs to do now is proofread this post and then put it live on the schedule so that it's ready to go out. Okay, so that goes from potentially 30 minutes to an hour for a single social media post to down to maybe 5 to 10 minutes. So that's how you can speed up your social media process using AI and the tool called n8n. I'm Seth from SSW, and see you next time.